How did the trip there change you? What do you remember of it? Such a magical place.
I stripped a lot of my past. Symbols and talismans while I was there. I remember getting there and just having so much adrenaline on the anticipation of getting to the Amazon. In the first 10 days, I wasn't really enjoying the trip. I was just charging to get to the destination, to get to the banks of the river that I had a dream about. Mm-hmm. And then it just humbled me. I got so fatigued on night, 12, and was so sick and tired of the internal dialogue I was having with myself. I was not enjoying my company. That, I purged, and I remember and stripped off identity markers that I had sort of been hanging on to for like everything from, what it means to be an American. My dad's ring, M for McConaughey, a meltdown of my mom and dad's class rings from University of Kentucky were gold from her teeth, and his class ring melted down. Taking that off was really hard to go. Am I casting out my father? No, I wasn't casting him out. I was just removing to say I don't have to rely on that being all of my identity. So to pull that off, to strip down and just to where I was just a mammal. That next morning, I was light. I got present. I remember writing something down. It's like, all that I want is what I can see, and what I can see is in front of me. That sense of I wasn't leaning around, looking around every corner to get there. And as soon as that hit me, talk about mystical successes and realities and truth. As soon as that hit me, and for the first time in 12 days, I didn't care about getting there or what was around the corner. Guess what was around the next damn corner? The Amazon. I mean, not around a few corners. The next corner, there it was. And that was just like a touche. Those times when the prime mover, the universe, God, what we want to name or believe in, says, ding, there you go. And that form of detachment from holding on for dear life to things in past, so hard that you're not letting the beauty that's right in front of you to feel correctly and follow our intuitions, to have those, not cast them out. I didn't burn them. I didn't get rid of those things. I just took them off and had to recognize you're still here. You are you. You're much more. That is a talisman. That's a symbol. That means something to you, and that's good. Don't cast out the meaning. But it's not like when the ring's off and the hat's off and the crucifix is off your neck that you're like, oh, you're going to die. And I know. Those are reminders. Hang on to what they mean for you as we go forward. But as we go forward, quit worrying so much about you. Again, I was looking at the proverbial dream, the cloud, so much that I was tripping over myself to get there. And like clockwork, just amazing grace, boom, as soon as it hit me. And I was like, that's it. All I want is what I can see, and all I can see is in front of me. Literally looking down at the ground at what was a sea of 10,000 wild neon blue Amazonian butterflies on the ground. As soon as they fluttered up, my head came up with them. I took a few more steps and there's the Amazon. That's what you came over here for. Oh, howdy. Those kind of, that truth like that.
Well, the Amazon's interesting too, because it really has no past or future. It lives in the moment because how fast it churns. It just eats up life. It like, if a thing dies, it just gets swallowed up. Because maybe because of the humidity, because of all of that, because there's so many living creatures that kind of eat each other, live on each other. So it really exists in the moment. And all this kind of diversity of life there. It's such an interesting place.
Talk about food chain.
Yeah, you're just part of it there.
Yeah.
We humans somehow escaped that food chain, but the roots are still there.
Are we? I think we're a bit arrogant to think we've escaped.
Yeah.
You think I'm being romantic in that notion?
Well, sometimes when you're in a big city, when you're in Austin, Texas, and LA, you can think like, oh, we're in a car, we're in a house, we're safe. But yeah, somehow is nature still a part of us. Our roots are still a part of us.
I think it is more than we realize, more than we give it credit for. I believe that we are, that it's a really arrogant notion to think that we are separate. Meaning, people talk about pollution on a larger scale, the climate, what have you. I think Earth's going to be just fine.
Yeah.
We maybe not be here for it, but I think we have a bit of arrogance sometimes to think that we can trump Mother Nature. I think we have more of the natural law in us. And I sure hope so, if I'm wrong.